Hi everyone, welcome back. Hope everyone's good. So yeah, this is going to be a bit of an update video for the channel as a whole. I've got a few things I want to just mention, some information about videos coming up and a few things we're going to be planning for the next week or so. So it'd be worth watching to the end just for some information about future games and stuff like that. I'll leave probably a bit of a summary in the description as well, just to make sure everyone got all the information. So first of all, yeah, sorry for the delay in uploads. As of the middle of last week, I was back to work. I've been in lockdown for the last month or so, but thankfully the restrictions have lightened slightly in Britain recently. So a lot of people have been going back to work. So yeah, I thought I'd go for it, and yeah, I've been glad about it, to be honest. It's been nice to get out of the house for a change. But with that, time-wise, I'm going to be slightly more limited than I was. Obviously, being at home, I could do what I wanted for quite a while, so I think going back is going to be time-wise a bit more restricted, but I'm aiming to do at least like a video every 2 days to kind of keep it regular. Once a day might not be possible. It depends on how busy work is, you know, it can vary, but I'll do what I can. But yeah, I like to keep a bit more of a regular schedule going on moving forward. So yeah, before I'm going to go back to uploads in a second, but I wanted just to quickly mention playlist on the channel. Now, before it was a bit disorganized. My Axis videos, they were just kind of lumped into one playlist, which is kind of, you know, a bit awkward to navigate if you were looking for something specific. So I've made 3 sections for the Axis videos to make things a bit easier for people to find. I'm aware we have a lot of new players coming to the game. Some people come to the channel as well that are new to the game and looking for a bit more information about strategies and guides. So I've made a separate playlist for that specifically, so guides and information about the game, patches, that kind of thing, and just strategy information in general. That's going to all be in one now playlist, so you can find this. It's the third one down. Community games has also got its own separate playlist now, so any and all future community game videos will be on here now. And I think I'll keep the main playlist for everything, so this will be the whole bundle of everything I make for Axis, but these 2 are new, just to kind of specify a little bit, so you get to find things a bit more easily. Now, with uploads coming up, with this, I've been planning to do a few more strategy guides. I want to remake the opening guides I've made, because these are pretty old now, 4 months, 3 months, it's been, yeah, pretty much 4 months. Now, since this time, obviously my openings have changed, and my overall strategies with both sides have changed since I've been playing quite a lot recently. So I think I'm going to do a fresh load of openings with my updated strategies. I think it'd be a nice time to do it now, because obviously my openings are different to what they were here. These are still valid. They're still decent openings, I would say. I think there's a few things I'd like to add now, you know, knowing what I know a few months on, so that I'll be doing those in the next week or so. I also made a tip video for beginners. I've been jotting down a few thoughts every now and then about things I'd like to include if I did like an intermediate tip video. I've got enough now, I think, to do a fresh video with some more intermediate level kind of tips. So I'm aware, obviously, not everyone is a beginner. We've got a lot of decent players in the server, in the Discord server, and, you know, that watch the channel. So I want to try and cater to the more intermediate player, which I think I'd probably class myself as. I'm by no means an expert at this game. I think an intermediate would be a fair statement. So yeah, I've got a few more tips there I'd like to just discuss and point out. So yep, that's all going to come up fairly soon. Now, community game number 2. We finished our first community game last week, I believe. It's a lot of fun. I loved it. I thought it was so much fun. I really enjoyed it. So we're going to be doing, obviously, regular games moving forward. I thought originally I was going to be doing monthly community games, but that's quite a long time, I thought, in retrospect. I think I'd like to do fortnightly games. I think that's a better time frame. A week's probably a bit intense, because I'd like to be doing other things as well for the game, more videos and that kind of thing. So I think uploading weekly community games might be a bit too much time pressure, I think. So I'd like to keep it fortnightly. So the community game number 2, that'll be starting on the 8th of June, which is the next Monday. I'll be doing a separate video later on this week about just general information about the game, and also the players, obviously, that are going to be taking part. We have one player confirmed. I promised him a spot last time because he just missed out on the the slots last time, so I felt bad. So I've got one player guaranteed, and then I've got 3 more I need to pick, which I'll be doing a random draw for, but that'll be all part of the video, which I'll be uploading later this week. So yeah, that'll be coming up probably Saturday or Sunday, I would imagine, just to give people a day or so to, you know, make sure they're ready. Also, if you can't make it, if your name gets drawn and you can't make it, just let me know. It's no problem at all. There are plenty of players out there that are willing to play, so it's not an issue at all. A final note on that: if you do want to be part of a community game in the future, the way to do it is to add me in game in Axis and Allies, because that's where I'm going to be drawing the players from. Obviously, the potential players. That's going to be the list I'll use, because when I create a game, when I create a custom game, to get players into the game currently, they have to be on your friends list and you have to invite them into the game. So the easiest way for me, just to see who's available and who's willing to play, is to have them on my friends list in game. So if you want to play, just add me in the game, and we can get you on the potential players list. Tournaments. Now, we've been discussing in the Discord recently about doing some tournaments. Again, I'm really excited about this. I think it could be a hell of a lot of fun. We've been floating on the ideas of doing 1v1 tournaments, 2v2s. I think all are valid and fun. I think it's going to be good. I want to get Community Game number 2 underway first. I think maybe later on next week might be a good time to talk about the first tournament. I've had some thoughts about how it should run, how I'm going to do it. Again, I'll be doing a separate video about that, just with some more information, just kind of, you know, getting some feedback from you guys, how you want to play it, if you want to do a 2v2 or a 1v1. Because again, it's up to you guys. If there's a preference, then obviously I'd prefer to do that. So yeah, well, I'll do a separate video about that next week, I would imagine, just with some information. You can feedback about that. That should be a lot of fun. I think there's no time limit here. We can do any kind of tournament that people want. I'd like to see what people want to do first is the thing. So yeah, we'll be uploading about that next week. And the final point I want to make in this video is going to be about TripleA. This is just open source strategy game that I hadn't heard of before. But it's basically, as you can see here, community built maps with Axis game rules. Now, one of the people in the Discord, is by the name of Bob the Blob. You may have seen him, or he goes by OK Boomer sometimes as well. Now, he told me about this. He's been working on a map for this. He's been editing and balancing one of the maps. It's an 18-player map, which sounds insane. Now, obviously, if people are up for playing this, then I think we could get a game going, because I've never played it with other people. I had a quick go with the AI to see how it works, to get the feel of it. I like it. It's not as polished as 1942 Online, but it's still a lot of fun. Obviously, the fundamentals are still there, so it's still I still really enjoy it. There's a ton of maps. There's a ton of like replayability. Sorry. There's also kind of like fantasy maps as well. You've got like Westeros, Game of Thrones. You've got Middle Earth, Lord of the Rings. It's like, yeah, it's pretty fun with all like unique units specific for that kind of map. It's just, yeah, it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. I'm going to be doing a separate video about this with some more information and to see get some feedback from everyone to see if they'd be up for playing this, because I think a grand scale like 18-player game could be a hell of a lot of fun. Like a whole world. You see here, they've got like a whole world map. They've got like more detailed European maps. Again, 1942 variant, so the same kind of map as we're familiar with, but with more nations involved. So there's endless kind of maps we could try out as a group. So yeah, that could be a hell of a lot of fun. But again, I'll make a separate video about that with some more information. I think we'll have to discuss it with OK Boomer as well, because I want to play his map first because he's been working on it. I think it'd be fun to play as a group. So again, I'll revisit that. Probably I'll do the video, I think probably for either next week or the week after. Obviously we've got a few community things coming up first, which I'd like to do, and then we can think about this. But yeah, this could be awesome. It really could be quite fun. So yeah, I'll see what you think about that. But for now, that should be everything. I think I've covered most of the points. Again, I'll summarise in the description for you. Any questions, comments, feel free to leave them in the video or on my Discord server, and we can have a discussion about stuff. But yeah, I hope that's all good for you, and I'll see you in the next video. Alright, take care guys. Bye.